Whew. Sorry about that, everyone. I am sorry for being late on my live stream. What kind of shitty host am I? I'm sorry again. Um, I was trying to make it. I got traffic on my way back from work, and it was ridiculous. I couldn't get anywhere. I was stuck. So again, I'm sorry for anyone who was waiting for the live stream. I do apologize. Um, the main card already started. That's what I wanted to do, but holy crap! Did you guys see that Buckley train? The Buckley train has officially stopped. Um, got head kick KO. Um, very impressive, very impressive. So again, I'll let everyone kind of settle in. Sorry again that I am what about 54 minutes late. I'm sorry. I do apologize, but hopefully everyone starts trickling in, and we should have a good amount of fights coming on the way. As I'm trying to put the fight on here, but man, Buckley getting knocked out. That's it's it's pretty crazy. I mean, what happens is you kind of get on this um you kind of get on this hype after that KO. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a hell of a KO, but then after that, now the pressure's on. Now you have to develop and you have to um, bring your A game every time. My head's killing me. Sorry, guys. Let me try to get people from Twitter on here, and oh man, crazy. It's 14. Let's beat them. But again, thank you guys for joining me. How do you guys like the fight so far? So far, so good. That head kick was crazy, very crazy. So hold on. Right. Oh man, it is freezing outside. Woo! Again, sorry for being late. If you guys haven't been here, got caught up in traffic. Hopefully, people will join now. Get this thing going again. I appreciate you guys watching. This is my first live stream through my account here. Sorry. But so far, what do you guys think of the card? Again, I've missed it. I was at work, unfortunately. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm tagging some people. All right, so there you go. I just sent a tweet. Hopefully, people will show up. Oh man. But we'll see what the next fight is. Again, we're gonna have some guests come on as well. We have some guests coming on, some fighters coming on doing their prediction as well. I believe I'm gonna have at least 2 or 3 fighters come on later on in the show and talk about their predictions and their fights. So that should be interesting. Again, if you guys are just coming in, please look forward for the comments interaction. That's the best part about having these live streams is the interaction and stuff like that, and talking to everyone. So if you guys want to comment, let me know. There we go. What's up? Hey, what's up? Oh man, it is cold. You guys, are you enjoying the fight? Again, my stream, I'm sorry, was supposed to start it at 2 o'clock, 3 here, but ended up getting here late because of work and stuff. So I do apologize if you were waiting and stuff like that. But thank you so much for coming, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good watch along. Hopefully, you're enjoying the fights. Let's see. So the next fight that we have going on, hold on, let me put it like this. The next fight we have coming on now is gonna be, let's see. Oh, this is the Ponze. I couldn't say this guy's name when people were saying on the stream, but it's a welterweight bat. Let's see who we got. Oh boy, hold on. What's happening? What's up, bro?
What's good? What's good? How are you?
Hey, I'm good, man. It's funny thing was that I was supposed to start the stream at like 3 o'clock, and I ended up the way my house is, especially coming in. I have to go over a bridge, and there's no way if there's a car accident, I'm basically fucked. And I was stuck in traffic for like an hour or so. So I was like, yeah. So right now, like I'm trying to get people in. I mean, I literally just got on right now. So
oh shit, perfect timing.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. But again, what's up, man? How's everything? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just day by day, you know me. Like training is like my life. You know,
Yeah,
just
bro.
not even just like the physical, just like the mental. It's really what gets me motivated every day.
Yeah.
So being on ice is tough. And then I also decided to just keep on taking more time off.
Okay.
Which before, because last week I went to the gym twice and it felt amazing, but I just wasn't mentally there because I can't do like high impact stuff. I can only do upper body, and I end up just saying no, something, screw it. I'm just gonna give myself more time to rest, like my whole entire body. So
And how's that going right now, man? I know that I know you're mentally there. I know because I know you, so I know that you're good, but just sitting around the house, I can't see you doing that, man. It's probably driving you nuts.
oh my god, it is big time. But you know, my life is kind of revolves around my son anyway. You know, like I told you, homeschooling. You know, the age of Corona.
Shit.
So that's my day until like 1.
Yeah, I just recently got off of I had Corona right before my son's birthday, man. He had a cough, and I was like, you know what? Let me double check. So they did the rapid swab shit, and it
Yeah.
came out positive, and I was like, okay. So I'm like, I probably have it. And then I got the fever the next day, and then after that, he was chilling, and I was the one that was banged up. He was fine. He was
Oh
chilling, walking
shit.
around, laughing, and I was the first 2 days I had the fever, and it's just like I felt sore. Like if I just worked out, I was just my
Yeah.
body hurt. But then I mean, after that, after those 2 days, I was chilling. And then the next week, maybe like midway, like Wednesday, bam, I got hit again and I just felt like shit. And it was weird. It was really weird. I mean, I'm better now, but it was it's a weird. I don't know how to explain it. Again, I understand the seriousness if someone's, like my sister's diabetic and
Yeah.
and she got it and it kind of affected her obviously a lot more. She couldn't breathe. She had to go to the hospital. But like for me and stuff, I mean, I just felt like shit for a couple days and I was good. But I guess for someone with obviously underlining health issues, I could see where, especially if you're older.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Saying, we've all known so many people that have gotten it, right? And like for example, my wife's father, actually both their parents had it maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. And her
okay.
father's that old school blue collar hard worker. Like if he has a flu, he's going to work still.
Yeah, like fuck it.
Yeah, but dude, this guy was like couldn't even get out of bed. He was actually
Yep.
complaining and whining about it. And I was like, man, that's serious. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. My body was, again, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't horrible, but at the same time, I did feel like shit. And then we got a couple people knockout under. I mean, did you see the knockout just happened? Buckley just got knocked out, head kick. I mean, he
No, I
was.
didn't. I
Yeah,
just
man.
tuned in now as soon as I walked in.
Yeah, he was. I mean, again, he had all that hype because of that KO, that spinning back kick. I mean, that
Yep.
happened, and then look what happens. I mean, there's a lot more pressure on you now because guess what? You got knockout of the year and stuff like that. And I mean, some people
But
fold under pressure, and some people don't.
dude, it's absolutely true. And MMA
Yeah,
is that way. MMA is just like that, man. You can't win them all. And a good example is the co-main event, Brown and Condit, right? Like they're
that's gonna
both
be the. Oh,
not pioneers, but they're both acclaimed. They're great fighters, but look at their records. They both have like 10 losses because they fought so many monsters over their career.
someone said I had money on Buckley as well. I don't see. That's why I don't put money on this, man. I used to back in the
No,
day. I don't do it anymore. No, I'd rather not, just because you never know. Like again, like you said, you never know what could happen, and that's the crazy thing about MMA, man. It's just you never know. But I think the co-main event is probably the fight that I'm actually more excited about. I don't mind, Max Holloway, but that co-main event. I mean, you got Carlos Condit, and then you have Matt Brown. They're studs, and
they
and
are.
like so. Who do you got for that one? That's the one
I
I'm
got
at.
I got Condit for sure. Matt Brown's tough, but I've noticed those guys who are really tough, once they have that many miles on their chin, when
Mhm.
they get hit, they get buckled really easily. And I don't know if it was Matt Brown's last fight or the fight before. I think he got rocked like that.
Yeah, well, once they start getting rocked, I mean, it's kind of downhill. I mean, it's like you said before, like the fighter can have the punching power, but it's the chin. It's the
Yeah,
chin. Once the chin
exactly.
goes, bro.
Nope, that's it. It's over.
Yeah. So
The only fight on this card that I really care about is the main event. Personally, I can't wait for that one.
that one's good. I mean, Max Holloway should be champion. He won his last fight. They stole
Mm,
that from him, man. And
yeah, he did.
I like he goes out there and bangs. That's one thing that you gotta respect. That I mean, he don't care. You
No.
what about his idea of not sparring anymore? What do you think of that? Especially coming as a former
Mm,
fighter. What
I
do you
think
agree with
I
him
think
or
I think it depends on the fighter. I think
okay?
certain guys can get away with it. The guys like Max Holloway, the Diaz brothers, the guys who um they're like real fighters, like true fighters, not just mixed martial artists, meaning like
I get what you're saying.
they could just go and fight in the street like this and be okay. They don't have to work on their timing. They don't care about getting hit. Like Tony Ferguson doesn't need to spar. So
already know
so
that fight.
yeah, so you already know they're gonna come in and bang no matter what. So the guys who can bang, I truly don't think need sparring as much as like me. I'm not a banger, so
Hmm.
I need the sparring. I need the timing. I need to get punched. I
Gotcha.
need to get woken up.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, but Max Holloway's a beast, and Calvin Guitar is the same way. They're both just bangers.
They're on, yeah. I mean, he finished Jeremy Stevens, who is, I mean, no
Yeah,
joke, no slouch. So now we have I think it's Lee versus, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I know they were like murking me on online when I was reading off his name. I was like, shit. Again, I'm not good with last names. As I mean, I
yeah,
destroyed your last
yeah.
name first.
I think you did.
Yeah, I know I did. I killed it. I'm like, God damn it, it was embarrassing. But we'll see what happens again. Um, Dana White. I mean, there's three cards in about what 7 days. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you think about that the Connor fight with Warrior? I mean,
Man, I wouldn't bet on that fight.
no, I wouldn't either.
You
Hell no,
know,
I wouldn't touch that. I could go either way.
but Poirier is another guy that he is so tough, and I think that the first time around, I don't know what Connor does. He has some kind of charisma or some kind of energy that makes people doubt themselves once they're in there.
You know what?
Alvarez
I agree
Alvarez
with you.
did it. When Dustin walked in that cage, he looked like he was kind of scared, like he wasn't sure of himself. And that's
Mhm.
not Dustin's personality.
Yeah. That happened. You know who else had that same thing that I think Connor has? That I was talking to Patrick Cote, was Anderson Silva. He was saying he
Yeah,
had just had that charisma, like that cocky attitude. That I mean, once you get in the cage, I mean, it's a different thing, man. It's a different
absolutely.
animal, man. But
But I'm gonna bet on Connor.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna bet, but I'm saying I think
no,
Connor
no,
will
yeah, I
win.
get you.
Um,
He has already that advantage of beating him the first time, right? That
for
plays a
sure.
lot into a fighter's head. So
Yeah, Connor. Listen, I'm not like a huge Connor fan, but he is a
yeah,
special fighter. He is a special fighter. Like he sees things in slow motion. I feel like he's so composed in there that he sees things differently than everybody else. Most people go in there and you're like, my adrenaline's
Mhm.
rushing, and you're throwing punches, but he like sees things like it's
I
no big
just
deal.
I feel like if someone like a Khabib, like if someone exposed him to the ground game much better, than like his
Yeah.
ground game is like his weakness and stuff.
Oh,
I
for
know
sure.
that his stand up is good and stuff like that, but again, I think you're right with the whole. It's like his charisma is it's like almost like a show, and it kind of tricks you.
Yeah.
Because he destroyed Eddie Alvarez, like
Oof.
he. And I thought Eddie was gonna have that fight. I really did, but I think it led to, the interviews and all the posts and the press and them talking and him. I think it just got to his head, and
I
he
think
just
so too.
yeah, man. Eddie was never the same after that.
No, he wasn't.
No, I
Speaking of
don't.
those guys, I can't wait for my dude Michael Chandler to fight. I'm excited for
Yeah,
him. Really
he's
excited for
fighting
him.
what? He's fighting Dan Hooker.
Yeah, it's a
Dan
tough
Hooker.
fight.
So yeah, it is. I didn't know how what Chandler's what, like 37, 38? He's up there in age,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, he is. He is. He's a
He
beast. He's like
is.
a little truck. He is so compact. It's insane.
Yeah, I seen some of his workouts and shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's
Yeah,
me. I'm the one that on Instagram just looking at people work out and not working out.
yeah. Like
I watch you
it's
do the app thing. I'm like, that looks like it's painful. I'll just watch.
because my last fight camp was way back in 2015, and I was at Alliance MMA, and
Okay.
Michael Chandler was also had his fight camp at Alliance MMA, so we
Okay.
trained every day together, and that dude works hard
Yeah,
and
he looks like he'll
strong.
ass.
He's
Yeah.
so strong. He punches hard. He's an all-around fighter. Oh,
There it is.
knocked.
Ooh.
Oh no. Come on. In this political climate, you can't lose to my man from China. I'm joking.
He put him out. Hey, you know what? The guy was nice. Look, he helped him out after. Wow.
Yeah, I love the
Look,
China.
they got some of the crowd. Look, they got a little bit of a crowd going.
They're testing it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they should have done it, I think, a little bit sooner than later because, I mean, NFL has it where they have them spread out. I mean, why not do it in an arena? So, I
True.
mean, little by little, it's slowly coming together. But, damn, everyone had him as a favorite, too. It's been a bunch of upsets right now in the main card.
Dang. Oh, that was right on the tip of his chin.
Well,
Right on the
nice
tip.
left hook.
Bang.
Oh, my God. Dan Hardy's talking. I can't. Oh, I have to mute this shit, I think. I can't stand when
I'm not. That's fun. I'm the same way. Dan Hardy doesn't resonate with me either.
Oh, my God. Like, I don't care if he was a good fighter, but Jesus Christ. And just him talking just drives me nuts. I like Daniel Cormier. I like John Anik, but I can't stomach Dan Hardy.
Me too. I'm with you. I like Cruz as well.
Cruz is nice. Again, there's certain people that have that flow and then they can talk and this and that. You know who was also good was Frank Mir, man. Frank Mir was good. I liked when he was and I don't know what happened. He just kind of apparently he's going to be in Dallas though. It's like a meet and greet today and tomorrow, which is kind of random.
Yeah, that is.
Really random. I know his daughter's fighting now. She's she's competing. What's up, man? What's up, guys? What's up? Thank you guys for being here. I know it's kind of like last minute. What's up, Pamela? She's another one. She's a big time MMA fan. I mean, she usually tries to go to Vegas. Well, at that time, like 3 times a year. So she's a big fan, big MMA fan. So it's pretty cool. I like, especially when the females know their shit. It's something about it. It's just it's cool. And she knows more than me about fights and shit and stuff like that.
You gotta bring her on here then.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, again, this is my first time doing a live stream for this channel. Again, I had my first channel, which again, you remember it was just all about the Tennessee Titans. Unfortunately, they suck. They lost. Yeah, God, they didn't play good, man. They didn't.
No, they didn't. They did.
They played horrible. The one time they needed to play good, and they ended up like they could have beaten the Ravens, but whatever. So yeah, then I made this channel because I'm with a network. They're like, hey, with all your fight stuff, like, oh look, I thought she was gonna cry. I wanted to cry. Yeah, he got lit up. You know, he got lit up. She says, "Hey, Steve." There we go.
What's up, Pam? How we doing?
Again, if you guys don't know who Steve is, man, he does Smash Global. I mean, he used to fight back in the day. Well, not even back in the day, because you know what? What was your last fight? What, 2000 what?
December 2015.
Yeah, so I can't even say back in the day because that's right around the corner. And let people know where they can find you. And I mean, I found you on Instagram. I'm glad I did because I mean, you're a great person and even better person to talk to, man. You're a real cool guy.
Yeah, IG. For IG is my name right there, Steve Orozco. Or you could type in Mr. Smash.
There we go.
And then Smash Global as well was my my company's page.
Yeah. And he's had, I mean, fighters that have gone to the UFC. So this guy knows how to pick them. And hopefully, what's happening with that? Are you picking up or you're slowly? Because I remember last time we talked, you said, I mean, it's harder for a smaller market just because you have to get the vaccines, or not even the vaccines, but the testing for every single person. And that shit's expensive.
Yeah, it's like $150 a pop. That's your whole staff. That's the commission. That's the fighters. That's the trainers and coaches. You know, so you're having to foot an extra, 15, 20 grand. You know, it's like, I'm not the UFC, so it doesn't. Yeah, it's not worth it.
She knows what you about. The Hulk. There it is.
That's right.
What's going on? Hey, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. Remember, comment. Have some conversations. The best. That's why I do the live stream is for this. He says Calvin beats Max Holloway today. I love Max, but I gotta support our Boston Metro.
Who is that? Who is that saying that? Our GM, right, man? Hey. I'm a New England kid. I'm from Rhode Island. I just moved back to Connecticut from LA. So guess what? New England Cartel. Rob Font's my boy. So Calvin Qatar, I'm hoping make some noise today.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, and by the way, we were talking because the Devils, was my team, New Jersey Devils, they play the Bruins, and obviously the Bruins won in a shootout. So congratulations, because I remember the last time I did the stream, he was like, "Oh, your Devils play my Bruins," and of course we suck.
Hey, New England Boston sports are definitely number one. I mean, actually,
are.
right now, currently, actually, LA is obviously with the Lakers won, the Dodgers
And
won,
the Dodgers, yeah.
the Rams. The Rams played today, actually.
Yeah, they
in 10
play, right?
minutes. Yeah, they're playing
Green Bay.
the Green Bay. That's tough. They probably won't sneak that one out.
They won't, but that defense is nice, though. I give them that.
Yeah,
Their defense
they're
looked really, really
beasts.
nice. I thought I
Hey.
had the Seahawks and the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, but apparently it's going to be Packers and the Chiefs, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna root for Tom Brady this year. Hopefully he gets in there on the NFC. But it probably won't happen. I see the Chiefs just blowing through everyone again.
Let's see. He says Bisping, Rogan, DC. I don't know if he's saying about the
Commentators.
but I think today is John Anik, Daniel Cormier, and unfortunately Dan Hardy. But
yeah, actually, he's right though. Bisping he's a really good commentator. I really like Bisping. Yeah.
I just again I don't know. I don't know if it's the accent. I don't know. I just
it's probably the accent.
Maybe. My picks are Mierda today. I'm consoling myself with grapefruit martinis. There you go.
Yo, I'll take some of those.
There you go.
I'll take some
Max
of those.
Harris did a new one. Okay, so he's got him. We will soon see. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Dude, Qatar, you know the great thing about this? I think Max and Calvin, it's going to go 5 rounds. Like, neither of them get finished. You know, Calvin's been finished once. And that was like way back, like his first 3 or 4 fights, you know?
And Max Holloway just doesn't go down.
No, he doesn't, man. He's got that Hawaiian chin.
Shit, man. It's just something about them. They breathe differently over there, man. It's scary.
I think it's just going to be 5 rounds of boxing with MMA gloves.
Yeah. Now, do you think the Brown and Condon fight will go the distance as well? I have a feeling. You don't think so? I have a feeling it is. Okay, so wait. Before we get into that, like, it's turned on when women are hyped for it's a turn. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely true.
I'm getting a Max versus Ortega 5 vibe, but excited for the fight. We'll see. Did you? Okay, so Pamela told me earlier that apparently Max did his eyebrows. I don't know. Again, I wasn't looking at his eyebrows, but like pre-fight.
What did he do? Like put a line through him or something?
No, I guess like I don't know. Pamela explained to him exactly what it meant. I don't know. I think he just fixed them up, and I thought she was talking about my eyebrows. I'm like, shit, do my eyebrows need like some work? But don't bet against Boston boys. He said respect, Steve.
It's been a long time since. That's funny. You know what's funny about it is New England itself to me is like the sports capital of the country. That's why I mean New York too, but New England has such tough dudes. Like there's so much sports history here, but for some reason there's not a lot of acknowledgement. You know, a lot of New England fighters.
Man. They're fucking diehard over there. Man, again, like you see the background, the Yankee flag. I mean, I'm from Jersey, so I got to represent, you know, the shitty Knicks. Unfortunately, if you see,
hey, we should ride. That's okay.
Yeah, hey man, you got to rise with the team. Unfortunately, but like you said, like it's like up north, it's like they're diehard for everything. Like it's very for all the sports, you know, baseball, basketball. Regardless, they're ride or die. And I don't know if it's just. Is it the culture over there? And like, I think that's what it is. Because even Dallas here, like they're Cowboy fans, but they're not Dallas Star fans, you know, unless they're winning and shit. So I don't know.
I just think the Northeast in general is just so culturally driven. It's all about traditions up here. When I went to California and I was there for the last 10 years, like there's not really any culture or tradition. It's just like beautiful weather and cool people. And they
Mhm.
come back here, and it's like it's just all about family and culture and tradition. And part of the tradition is sports. You can have a conversation in 7-Eleven about baseball with someone randomly sitting in line. It's just the way it is.
Yep. It really is. Let's see. He says, "Yeah, I understand that does have a 5 round feel to it, but I'm feeling a spark in the air tonight." Says, "I will be rooting for Max versus anyone else."
Yeah, me
Max used
too.
to wax his eyebrows and do a fade on his hair. He's natural and savage now. So
Come on, man, you gotta look good for the gram. Gotta look
yeah,
good for those pictures.
Southwest Quincy. All right. Pamela says GTL. My last fight was in Rhode Island. Go Bruins. Ballstown. Let's all plan a trip to Vegas. Hell yeah. I mean, I would. But the crazy thing was actually I was gonna go to Vegas, right? Because I saw like it was dirt cheap. And I was like, "Fuck it! If anything, it's a trip away from the kids. That's a
Yeah.
trip in itself." And I think it's the Bellagio. I called a couple and I asked them about, hey, what's available. I know the buffet wasn't going to be open. I was like, that's okay. I'm okay with not having buffet. But I'm like, is the pool at least hang out by the pool, And they're like, yeah, but the pool it's a 2 hour limit, and you have to
What?
you have to call and reserve a spot. And they're like, oh, due to COVID, which I understand. I'm like 2 hours, then I have to go. But I'm like, could I reserve it again later on that day? And they're like, no, it's just for that. So I'm like, so you're gonna make me pay for a room that I had to stay in, and then 2 hours just at the pool? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'll wait till that shit opens again because that's pointless. Let's see. Last fight was in Cranston for Gary the Tiger. Oh, wow. Oh man. We got Matt Brown. Matt Brown in the house. He's a beast. He's from Jersey. He's tough.
He is tough.
He is
He's
tough.
always been that way.
Yeah, he is. We stay. She said we stay at the Luxor. It's a blast. That's the only one I actually haven't been. I've been to MGM Grand. I've been to Mandalay Bay, and I think I've been to the Hard Rock. But the Hard Rock was like off the strip. They kind of sucked. That was my very first time in Vegas, thinking that it was gonna be good. I had to like walk like at least like 2 miles to the strip. That shit sucked. I was like, because everything looks like everyone's like, oh, it's right by the strip. It's right by the and then you go and you're like, no, it's not. Oh shit. How was the birthday party? It's good.
A lot of kids.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Says PC, respect, salute, Cage Talk. Thank you. We're ready for it's been nice, man. Just the fights and stuff. I don't know what's happening with Bellator. I know they're taking obviously a little bit longer, and some of the other smaller organizations and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I'm not sure. I always say I don't understand Bellator and what they're trying to do. They must just Viacom is a $30 billion company, and I feel like they just use Bellator as a loss leader and a way just to promote their other products while Bellator is on TV.
mm-hmm.
Because you can't tell me that Viacom can't just say, something. Let's just take like 500 million and go steal like GSP when he was a free agent. Like they could do it anytime they want, and they could actually compete with the UFC, but they're not willing to do it. I don't understand it.
You thinking like business aspect? Like they're like, no, we're and the longevity, like we're not going to win at the end, which I could see it. Like it's hard to compete with UFC when they're putting out shows every like fucking 3 days. They have you get me? Like they have an event. So
Yeah, but I'm saying they have the budget to compete with the UFC. I think they actually have more money than the UFC does, so they could for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But they gotta get rid of Scott Coker first. I'll tell you that.
You don't like Scott Coker?
It's not that I don't like him, but the reason why the UFC is successful is because when there's not a superstar, you have Dana White still being vocal. Scott Coker hides in the closet, doesn't do anything. He's not vocal. He's not marketable. He doesn't have a brand. He needs to like be that guy to be like, yo, fuck the UFC, fuck Dana White, we're gonna take over. They need someone that's vocal, that everyone respects and looks up to. That could also be a superstar for the organization, like Dana.
Yeah, I get you on that one. I wonder what. I don't know. I know that I had Chung Lee on, and Chung Lee was a really big fan, obviously, of not Dana White, but of
Yeah.
Scott Coker. And he was explaining just, I guess Dana White, which you can see is a business, like he's all about business, and Scott Coker would be like more like friend wise. Maybe that was his downfall, like he's more for the fighters, but he's still not, like you said, like the promotion wise. Like you need someone to kind of be like, fuck this. Well, we got talent too. Because let me tell you, Strikeforce was the shit. I remember looking at it, and Strikeforce had some talent, man. And I remember, and I was younger at that time. I was in high school, and I remember watching the fights on. I think it was on. I don't remember if it was on CBS, Strikeforce, but I remember when Kimbo Slice fought that. What's his name? That he punched his ear and the ear exploded.
Yeah, Thompson.
Yeah, and I remember that, man. I mean, Strikeforce had some. I just guess promotion wise, they didn't do too well, but they had the talent. They had a lot of people. It's just Pamela says one day I will have to tell you my voodoo doll / Nate. She's got a million stories. Let me tell you, man. She has Clay Guida's number, and she was telling me a story on him. I mean, she knows her fighters. She said respect New York, New Jersey. Thank you, Northeast Beast. But oh man. Carlos, I thought, and you know what? These two guys, Matt Brown and Carlos, they're like the last on their contract. This is it. And I don't even know if the way the UFC is going. What's up?
Did they ever fight in the past? Like
them two? No.
10 years ago, like in WEC or anything? Okay.
Not that I know of. No, I don't think so. I checked in, bro. I think it's gonna go all 3 rounds. I don't know. I just have a feeling. We'll see, man.
Is it co-main event only 3 rounds? I thought co-main event was 5-2. Okay.
I think it's 3. I might be.
Yeah, you're right.
But oh man, that Diego Sanchez elbow, man. Jesus Christ.
I like Khan. The Khan's a beast.
He is. I just feel like he's a more well-rounded fighter than Matt Brown is,
For sure he is, without a doubt. He's an elite striker.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing guard.
And let's not get it twisted. He knocked the shit out of Dan Hardy, which is one of my favorite knockouts. Oh my god.
There it is right there.
Yeah, it was just beautiful, man. And it was the crazy thing about that knockout was like who was gonna land it first because they're both through the opposite, the same hook, boom, and just he got to him first. It kind of reminds me of like the Rashad Evans, Chuck Liddell. Unfortunately,
yeah, I remember that.
My heart. I remember I was so devastated, man. I hated seeing Chuck lose. Hated it. It was like him and Randy were the two that. Towards the end of their career, I was just like, stop fighting, please. Like they would get tagged with a jab and they would fucking fall. I was like, sucked.
Absolute truth. That's what happens. It's funny. Randy's like one of the greatest of all time for sure. And how many losses did he have? He was like, he ended like 20-13 or something.
Yeah. they have like ugly like records. Same thing with Chuck. Chuck was at one point was like 21-8. And I think he ended like 22 and like 13 or 14. It was like,
yeah,
But
it's an issue. Like, how do you say no? Like, if you're a fighter, you want to fight. You love it. Number one, and you're getting paid. Like those guys at that time are probably getting paid $500,000 or maybe close to $1 million by the time endorsements are done. So you're not gonna say no to that, even though you should.
Yeah. Definitely. So he says Brown Town time. So I'm apparently he's going for Brown. All right, everyone in the chat, who you guys going for? I got Carlos.
I got Condit.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take it. It should be a good fight though. But it just sucks, especially when you see those older fighters, man. Like we've talked about before in the past, and you see them accept these fights, like we've talked about, like that Chuck and Tito, the third one should have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hated that. I just
that
wish
was like slow motion watching that fight, man.
Oh my god, that was just bad. And then the other one, I think one of the other ones that was the Randy Couture versus Lyoto Machida fight. I was like, this is not good. Like, that's not a good matchup for Randy. And then he got front kicked.
But us as fans, we're never satisfied. Because even when a fighter goes out on top, we're still like, come back, come back, come back. You know?
I got the natural, baby. Hope Carlos wins, but I picked Brown. Viva New Mexico.
Put my LTE on.
Big fan of both, but I think Carlos pulls it off. I do too. I think Carlos will do it, guys. They make all the money UFC and Bellator. But again, one of the fighters that kind of you always want to see your fighter, ride off in the sunset. Get a W, and one of them was Chris Lytle. Again, Chris Lytle's last. Maybe it's because of the person he fought too. Probably. I always liked Chris Lytle. I thought he was really underrated in the UFC at the time. And my favorite, again, his last fight was Dan Hardy. Yeah. And he rocked him and then submitted him, and then Chris Lytle retired. And that's like perfect. That's what you want. You want them going out.
I like Chris Lytle. He had hands, man. That dude could box.
He did. And then he went to bare knuckle.
Yeah, man. He threw bombs on bare knuckle too.
Yeah, he's you understand. He's such a nice guy too. When I talk to him, I still talk to him from time to time, but he was just so like calm and poised. And he's like, yeah, like me trying to figure out, like, I'm like, why'd you do bare knuckle? He's like, bare knuckle is like boxing is just accelerated by like 100. And I was like, he's like, he just wanted to do it. Again, a lot of people think that. What's up?
I think if you are a true fighter, I think just getting in there one time, it's just something about it. It's like you're reliving the Jack Johnson days. Like, what did they? And it's like that's real and raw.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I think Chris Lieben's fighting again.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah, I think he has one. Okay. He just came back for just that one fight. Let's see. Carlos. All right, people. It's about to go down. Let's see what we got yet. Here it is. Yeah. As people on the chat, and if you listen to me ever, yeah, Dan Hardy, I'm not a fan. Never was.
Damn, 36 and 40. Wow. Seeing the age 40 as a fighter is crazy, especially when you're 40 with that many miles. Matt Brown has so many miles on his chin.
You think either or whatever the result is, you think the UFC will re-sign them or no? They look like they're looking for more of a younger crowd kind of longevity, because look at Yoel Romero. I mean, he was in contention for the middleweight, and then they kind of let him go, unless there's something behind that,
There has to be. Why would you let Yoel go? I know he lost his last 3, I think it was. What? That guy's a monster.
He's goddamn. He just Oh, she's defending Dan Hardy. Does the no? He yeah. Who cares if he does the? It's hard to hear. My ears start bleeding. And she says Carlos is looking fine. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Ugh, tough as nails. All right.
Do you see Matt Brown's record? I'm like 24-17. Jesus,
Yeah, man.
that's a lot of fights.
Oh man.
Head kick. Someone's get it. Conned by head kick.
All right. I think again. I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go all 3 rounds. But I feel like Conant is gonna control most of it. Says it might be a good move for Yoel. I mean, it might be the only move. If you think about it, there's no one out. There's no one else out there. He'll do good. I think he'll do good in Bellator, but still, it's just. You can tell, like, Conan's just so loose, just relaxed.
Yeah, he is big time.
Mm-hmm. You think he just doesn't respect his stand-up?
Definitely not. Matt Brown is a brawl. He's a brawler.
He really is.
That's
He's
exactly
almost
what
like you know what? He's almost like a Clay Guida for stand-up. Clay Guida, he's not really good at stand-up, but he's such a he just puts the pressure on, and like you said, like he's a brawler. Nice. So this is where Carlos kind of wants to stay away from. If Brown can control that, the ground game,
for sure.
then it's his.
Someone got cut already.
Looks like.
I think Matt Brown got cut somewhere.
This is your bread and butter, right? Right here, the ground and pound, the smash, the Hulk smash.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So basically, on this, you take them, put them against the cage, and just start raining down, right? Control.
That's it. It's just control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly why Khabib is by far my favorite fighter. His ground control is so scary.
God, let me lower this. I can still hear Dan Hardy a little bit.
They'll probably be right here for the next 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone says those elbows of Brown are brutal. He does. He has some nasty elbows. On his on top. Yep. As of right now. Let's see. It's Brown who's cut though, right? It looks like on his above his eyebrow. Can't see it from here, but
triangle.
On the ground, what was your most dominant? Where did you like to be? You'd like to be in guard, side control. What was like your favorite? What was like? Where were you trying to to basically get? What was your end goal? You want to just get full mount? Was that
Yeah,
your and
rear
have a
naked choke. Rear
and
naked
then
choke
have
was
a
always my
turn?
thing. Yeah. Oh, nice. Got the arm. Oh. Yeah, good position right there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice switch. That's a nice switch.
Like someone, yep, Brown. I mean, if Brown keeps this up for, you know, all 3 rounds, and then he's got it. But I mean, Carlos, that's the dangerous thing about Carlos is he's just so explosive, you know.
Oof. Elbow.
So you give that a 10-9 Brown so far,
Easy.
so easily. Now you're say you're Carlos. What is your game plan going into the next round? As you can tell, he got taken down. I mean, he controlled pretty much the part of the match. Would be your strategy?
Distance. I mean,
Distance.
anytime you fight Matt Brown, you just want to keep your distance because he always wants to press. And Khan's long. Well, Khan is really long, so we should be able to keep him off. Let's see.
So round one's done. Yeah, he is. So anyone changing their bet? I still think Carlos can still pull it out. I mean, he's still dangerous. It's still round one, and I mean it's gonna be round two and stuff. But like you said, he just gotta keep the distance.
Oh, nice
There
right
you
hand.
go. He's letting it go now. Ooh, nice. But Brown's putting some pressure on, even stand up. He's taking the center of the octagon and stuff.
Nice.
Says keep it standing. Yeah, I mean I give it to Brown. Yeah, I forgot Brown liked to hug dudes. Sounds like that would be the entire plan. Looks like a headbutt. It might have been where he got cut. I want to see some spinning shit. You never know. Maybe towards the end. I mean, if you're losing a round, you start. Oh, he fell. Carlos got to keep on the end of the kicks and keep the punches. When there, I was about to say it looked like Matt Brown was comfortable, kind of standing up with him.
I thought
He
so
didn't,
too.
right? Like he was going for a little bit, but I mean, let's see. Carl's got to keep him on the end of his kicks and punches.
Oh, nice sweep. That was nice.
That was pretty. So as of right now, who would you say would be taking the second round? Would you think it would be Carlos just because of the takedown is just a little bit more aggressive? Because
Yeah,
I feel like their stand up was kind of a little bit even, but again, I wouldn't I don't know about the 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 punch count and shit. You know.
I got Carlos on this one. Direct, they did go all through.
What training camp did Carlos Condit come from? Was he at? He wasn't at.
He's always been at Jackson. I don't know if he's still
It was
there
Jackson,
though.
right? Jackson Wink.
Yeah.
I think he's. I don't know if he's still there.
He's smaller than him. Matt's tired. I'm telling you, Matt is tired.
It's kind of the roles were kind of switched from the first round to the second round.
True.
Yeah, I mean, Matt has. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's pretty exhausted. You can tell Carlos is just putting it on him. There you go. Pamela said Nick and Carlos would be fun to see. Nick Diaz. I watched what was it yesterday? The Paul Daly and Nick Diaz fight again. That was that was such a crazy fight. That was so good. Again, Strike Force.
Yep.
Strike Force.
Some Paul Daly made that a name for himself. That left hook.
Mm-hmm. He's actually a really, really nice guy. When I had him on the show, I was asking him about the sucker punch to Josh Koscheck. And I'm like, man, what would you have done? Like, I was like, if you would have never thrown that, you think you would have been a UFC champion? He was like, eventually he thinks that he would have fought GSP, which is because after that, it was a title. That was basically, whoever won that fight, which Josh Koscheck clearly won. Fought GSP, but GSP controlled Josh Koscheck. I remember that fight. And I mean, if he didn't throw that punch, I mean, he probably would have been next in line,
Yeah. That was the fight that when GSP won, my level of respect for him went way through the roof. Because to be someone who didn't come from a wrestling background and destroy a wrestler who had probably the best double leg in all of the UFC, I was like, oh my God.
And he dominated him like nothing. Bro, that's nuts. He got kicked in the balls, as we say nuts. So he says, last round. All right, here's the question. It said, do you think Nick's going to fight again? I think Nate's going to fight before Nick does.
For sure.
I don't know what's up with Nick. And the thing is there's so much potential that's wasted,
Yeah.
I love both of them. I mean, those are the guys that, they're kind of a headache to deal with, but they're awesome as fighters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Matt Brown looks gasped.
Yeah, he is big time.
Yep.
Don't take him down, Carlos.
You think he kind of gassed out the first round?
Yeah, Matt Brown's a first round fighter.
This round will tell who's gonna win the fight because again, Matt Brown won the first one.
he's not gonna hold that.
I don't know. This would be your spot right here, man.
That's it right there. That's what I want. The hooks.
Now, do you usually try to work it automatically, try to go for a rear naked, or do you kind of bait them and kind of soften them up? Bait.
Bait, yeah. Come on, stand back up.
Yeah, I think this is gonna go all 3 rounds. It's gonna go to decision. I don't know if Dana will bring either guy back. To be honest with you,
Definitely not. And Matt Brown, it's time for him. 24-19, yeah.
I didn't even know he was 40.
I didn't either. I can possibly see Conde coming back. I don't ever see him being like a top 10 guy.
No, I don't see him either. Yeah, I think his run was it's already passed.
Oh, by trying. Oh.
I think I agree with you with the whole Matt Holloway fight as well. I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go all rounds.
I think so too.
I think again, like you said, they're just so hard to get. They don't really get finished. Same thing with these two. That's why I kind of had to. I mean, obviously, you get that puncher's chance, right? You always get that, but I don't know. If it doesn't happen earlier in the fight, then it's gonna go all 5 rounds. The question is right now is like who do you give this round to? I mean, they both taking each other down, but Carlos has been pretty active on his back, trying to do submissions, this and that. So do you kind of give it to him just because of that?
Oh, yeah, take it down right now too.
So,
oh shit! And reverse, let me count. Damn.
wow, that's a crazy little scramble.
Let's see.
Right here, you just got to finish. You just got to finish. You got to just finish strong.
I got Okande.
You got him?
Yeah, I think so. He had a lot of strikes in that 3rd round too in the beginning.
They're saying Brown time. Brown's going to steal this round. I hope Carlos calls out Nick. We'll see what happens. Again, I think it just might be. I think Carlos, pulled it out, but we'll see. Sometimes you don't want to leave it in the especially
never.
in the hands of the judges, man. Oof. So we shall see what happens. And then we have the main event, which will be a good one. Which is probably going to be a bang. I think that one's going to be a banger.
I do.
I think it. Let's see. It says epic fight. That would be cool. Let's see. the next UFC that they got going on.
Who we got?
Let me see.
Wait, that's a good fight.
You got
Like Chiesa and Magny.
yeah. Who do you got for that one? I got Chiesa. I like him.
Yeah, me too. I think he's such an underrated guy.
He really is, and he's a big dude. He's a big dude.
His wrestling for MMA is definitely top 5. I think. Like, he looks like you should be able to beat him no problem, right? But just tough dude.
I got that one down packed. If I was a betting man. All right, man. We'll see you back in the main event. A unanimous decision. John Anik, man, he's such a cool dude, and he's actually from Boston. I had him on.
Yeah, he is.
And it was funny though because like we started talking about again sports, and his family's a really big Pats fan, and I remember because I had like my it was like this, so it was facing all the Titans stuff, right? So I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry and I showed him all the Yankee and the jersey stuff. And he was like, oh god, he's like just keep the camera the other way. But I mean, you can tell like he just loves sports. And the funny thing was, I was trying to talk to him about commentating and stuff, and he kept on bringing up like NFL and the Pats and stuff. It's funny though. I let him talk, but it was funny because I would go into one thing and we end up segueing into the conversation of football and stuff like that. But he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he actually catches a lot of heat. And trolls, because people want to compare him to Rogan because Rogan's like the original.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're moving Anik in to take Rogan's spot at some point.
Well, I think eventually it'll happen just because, I mean, Rogan's doing his own thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So. And he doesn't like traveling and shit. And they kind of opened the doors. I don't know when they started getting all these, like Daniel Cormier, when they started getting Paul Felder, when they got all those guys involved in commentating, which is good because it brings out a little bit different perspective on the fights and stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, I always liked Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan. Those two, like, to me, that was like the top notch, just because.
Truth.
But I mean, hey, you got to move on, right?
Truth. Let's see.
I don't even think Carlos knows what's gonna happen next. He was just like, I don't know. Because that fight, basically, it's not like a title contention or anything like that. It was just, you get me? It was like just a fight. Look at Stephen A. That's one thing about Conor McGregor that I don't like, is that he's so wishy-washy. He doesn't know if he's coming or going, if he's staying. I don't like shit like that. If you're going to stay, then stay. But don't fight one time and then don't show up for the next year. Like, no. Because, I mean, you got guys that are, itching to fight and, they're trying to make a career. And then you have this guy that obviously the UFC's like, because he's such a big sell. But he comes in and out whenever he wants to. You can tell Dana, like, he's trying to get the Khabib fight. I don't know if there was an announcement. He hasn't done the announcement yet, right? There was supposed to be some special announcement.
No.
Fucking pulling off some WWE shit. It works. I guess it works, right?
Hey, he's a true entertainer.
He is. Main event time. Yep, here we go. Let's see what happens. That heavyweight, the heavyweight, it's just such a weak division, bro.
It
And,
is.
and honestly, well, especially from you. Wait, he's a mom. That's funny. Don't think it was up to Connor. Dana did make the announcement. What was the announcement? If I mean, what was the? Because apparently I missed it. But like,
I did too.
for you as owning the MMA organization, how hard is it to find quality heavyweights? Because heavyweights is a little bit harder. I feel like it used to be back in the day. UFC used to have a really good stacked heavyweight, but that was like one of the the classes that was just really really hard to find just talent. Why?
Did
Why do you think? Is this
also
because?
because it's also because these guys are all bangers. It's also hard to find guys with really good records. Because it only takes one punch, man. These guys are out like a light.
Yeah.
But everyone always wants to watch a heavyweight.
So we have a question, I believe, for you because obviously I'm not, I don't own anything. So they asked if you owned the UFC, would you want Connor to fight without a crowd?
No, but I guess you don't have a choice either. Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor's all electricity.
Boston time, West Quincy bad boys.
Yeah, let's go. New England Cartel.
Obviously,
Yeah, that was that last fight. Talking about New England, when Rob fought when he fought Marlon Moraes.
okay.
That was because that was his first fight back after over a year layoff because he got tore his ACL a year ago. So his first fight back was against a top 5 guy. That was pretty risky business, and he just
Went through him.
went through him.
I again, I'm not I'm not too sold on the McGregor fight. Like, it's not something like I don't know. It's like almost like a Khabib versus Conor rematch. Are you dying to see that? Like, would you want to see that again? Is it something that's like I don't know. I think Khabib run
I
through
I would
him.
I would love to see Khabib maul him again. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna maul
Yeah.
him again. I think again, yeah, they're saying lots of cash. I think it's just a cash grab. Again, everyone wants to see him come back and stuff like that. But I think it's the same outcome. I think he just mauls his ass.
Oh, easy,
He just
easy.
says another Boston masshole. So I don't know. I just again, I understand Dana White, but you know what I don't understand is the ranking. The ranking's bullshit. All that ranking, UFC ranking, I don't even know why they do that. And I forgot what year they started actually doing the rankings. It wasn't not too long ago because I know back in the day it wasn't like that. It was just like
No,
this guy would fight this guy. Okay, you beat him, so you're next in line. Like it wasn't no ranking, and I don't know. I don't agree with the rankings and stuff. And again, for a fighter, I think it's all bullshit.
I think the rankings are just a bigger deal for people who aren't diehard fans.
So they know
So
what
they
kind of.
know, oh, this guy is ranked number 3. He must be really good. But no, when you're having the champion fighting like the number 4 guy for the belt, it just shows that the rankings don't really matter if it's not the number 1 versus the number 2 every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Someone made a joke. The Pats will be awesome again. Hey, maybe
see.
you know what? Maybe it was Tom Brady. Look, Tom Brady's in the playoffs, and you got Belichick that's watching him. Now, are you a big Tom Brady fan?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Bucks for sure. I always think it's just incredible to see this dude like
Yeah.
still killing it.
You know
I mean,
what? It's something like I don't care for Tom Brady at all, but you kind of have to respect him. You know, like look what
Yeah,
he's doing. You get me? So to say that he's not like one or the greatest, quarterbacks of all time is a fool. And I can't stand the Patriots, but you got to you get me? You got to respect that. Same thing
you
with
do.
it's just it is what it is, man. I mean, they had a dynasty, bro. Like the Patriots were nasty. Damn Tom Brady.
Bang bang. Very true.
Let's see. Let's call the fight. Max Holloway should have won that fight, man. They stole that shit from him.
I was surprised they did that. I would have thought that Max is so much more marketable.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if, like, losing a decision like that when you kind of know you won and stuff, if that does anything to you, like mentally, like you kind of like almost like check out almost. Because I think I would have been kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I know I won that fight. I heard him. I mean, he's fought, one of the best and stuff, and to get a decision like stolen from you, especially from a championship
Yeah,
run, I don't know. Maybe that's where I kind of saw where he kind of looked again. Maybe he's doing like a different approach, but he just looked like he not that he doesn't give a shit anymore, but he's just like, he's more relaxed. I don't know if that makes a fighter more like dangerous when they're like that, when they're just like mellowed out, chilling.
I think he wants it now, though. He wants that belt back.
This guy is no joke. This Calvin guy, man. The one that surprised me was that Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, me too.
Jeremy Stevens like that. He says fighting is about legacy in the end. Bobby here's a blunt for all.
Send it over.
You know what? This is not a bad time for like. Oh, is that?
You need a charger. Sorry.
No, that's all right. This is not a bad time for a card just because it's still early in the day and you still get to watch football.
This is true. This is very true.
Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna watch. Like once the Titans lost, I was kind of like over it. I was like, I don't give a shit who's playing anymore. But unfortunately, I'll probably be watching. So, Pamela, you excited for this? You ready? All right. So my man Steve says it's Max Holloway, but it's gonna go to the decision, and I might have to agree with him. I don't.
No, I got Calvin.
Oh, you got Calvin. All right, I got Max.
I got
Calvin, and you got a decision, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens. But again, it really could go either way. I don't see either one getting destroyed.
Truth. Where is it?
Says big fan of both fights. Hate to either lose. I know, and that's the shitty part, especially when
I agree with that too.
like you're like, damn, one of them has to lose, and they. Well, that was like the Chuck Liddell Randy trilogy. That third one sucked because I was so nervous for Randy. I didn't want Randy to lose, but I didn't want Chuck to lose either.
Computer's blacked out.
Let's see. It says Boston Love. Let's see what happens.
All right.
But you see that? See how they have it? Like they have Max Holloway number 1 and Calvin's numbers. Like what is that? Like in
What's Calvin?
retro,
6?
like yeah, 6. Like that doesn't even make sense if you think about it. Like why
No, not
would
at all.
you have number 1 and 2? You get me? Like that's what I'm saying about that. Like what the shit's the point of that?
I think Calvin's just hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I wonder who actually like who does the rankings, because they have to have like at least a poll or a group of people that do the rankings, right?
Mm-hmm. But who knows? Maybe a bunch of guys that are above Calvin didn't want to fight him.
And that's
Matchmaking.
look, Julian L tweeted. What the fuck? I don't know who's the matchmaker. I don't even know who the matchmaker for the UFC was anymore. I know it was that short little guy. What was his name? Oh my god.
Sean
like
Shelby.
No, it was another guy. What's his? Oh my god, it's gonna drive.
Well, I think Sean Shelby's the matchmaker now.
Oh, he's the matchmaker now. Who was the other guy before? And he was a really short guy. He had like kind of a goatee. Oh my god, what's his name? UFC matchmaker. Joe Silva. That was his name.
Oh yeah. That's
Joe
right.
Silva.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Sean Shelby. No.
I wonder how that works out and how they get that job, because that's got to be a kind of cool gig to pick up, kind of set up
Absolutely.
the fight. Let's see. They said the rankings are whack. It's all about money, which is probably true.
It is.
Yep, same here. So yeah, most likely. It just, again, if they're not going to make that big of a deal, or I don't know, just the worth behind it, it just doesn't seem like there's anything behind the fucking ranking. It's what then don't even have it. But Max Holloway, wasn't BJ supposed to come back and fight? And then I think he got caught up again with some shit. He's been in trouble a lot in Hawaii. I don't know what the fuck.
Has he?
Yeah, man. I think they had a video of him like fighting some random dude.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Remember? And he got knocked out though, and then he came back and fought the guy again. I don't know. It was weird. Apparently, like he told the guy to punch him, and the guy punched him and knocked his ass out.
People are crazy, dude.
Yeah, that and the other one that's kind of like is what's his name? Mike Perry. That dude is. I don't think
Dude, he's
there.
crazy.
Yeah,
that dude
he's
is
not.
No, he
just had a kid too.
Yeah, he's not all there.
You can tell. That's scary when you see someone like that. It says Belichick is best coach ever. I'm rooting for the Bucs. I mean, I can't stand Belichick, but you got a point, man. He's a GOAT.
It's true.
It's true.
No, Brady is the GOAT.
Yeah, there it is. Again, you can't hate on someone who who's good. I mean, you could, but why are you hating?
Yeah, you can. You should.
It's like LeBron James. I don't like LeBron James, but damn, he's good. He's good. I wish he would have went to. Of all the, he almost played at every fucking NBA team. He hasn't gone to New York yet. Come on, man. He won Cleveland a damn chip. Let the Knicks win one.
The Knicks are never going to win a chip.
We're never going to win, man. It's like the basketball gods were cursed. They haven't been good since the 90s, bro. I remember back in the day when I used to go to Madison Square Garden, watch Patrick Ewing, John Starks. That was basketball. Basketball's gone soft though.
Yeah, Charles Oakley. You guys have
Charles
some
Oakley, oof.
monsters.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. He would fight everyone. I loved it.
Everyone. You put him in a cage at heavyweight. He
Oh my
can do
god,
it.
he's still fighting people. Penn is one of my favorite fighters. He was, man. He was one of my favorite
Yeah,
fighters growing up
me
too.
too.
Man. He was just his flexibility was just nasty. He was just
Crazy.
crazy.
Jiu-jitsu was amazing.
Yeah. But then that age catches up to you. And then again, he almost had that Randy Couture effect where he started fighting people and they started losing. And as you got older.
Yep. True.
Here we go. Yes. Let's see what's happening, guys. All right.
All right.
This is
Come on,
it.
Ty.
Yeah, Herb Dean. Herb.
All right. Everyone that's on. What's up?
Is what's his name scheduled to fight yet? Alex, the champion? Still?
Not yet.
No.
No. They haven't really announced much of the only thing is
They announced where the McGregor fight. I think there's two more. There's UFC, I think 257, and then there's another fight night. So, I mean, they haven't announced too much, but I wonder how many like the deals for like ABC. I wonder how that's done and what's like the like contract, how many fights they have to show for ABC. Because I was kind of surprised that it's been on that it got on ABC.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even know that until today.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently the all right. So he got Calvin as well. All right. Let's see. Everyone's not giving my boy Holloway. Come on, Holloway. Let's do it, man. 21-6. It's good.
Has Max ever been finished?
Not that I can recall. Hold on, let's see.
I mean, he went to war with Connor. Went to war with Alexander.
he even fought, he fought Jose Aldo as well. That's
See, this is the kind of fight where it's like it's either Max comes in and just destroys him and makes him look like an amateur, or it's like the changing of the guard. You know?
You think so? You think the changing of the guard, even though Max is younger?
Just so many fights. And Calvin he's just young. He's not. I mean, he's older, but as far as the many fights in the UFC. But you never know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like Aldo. I thought it was like a passing of the guard with Aldo, and Aldo comes back and. But Aldo, he just looked good in his last fight, right? Didn't he just smash somebody?
He just finished fighting it again. But still, I just don't think he has. I think Connor took his soul. I really do. So they both look pretty comfortable standing.
Big time.
You might be right. This might be just a boxing match with UFC gloves.
I think it's gonna be.
Nice. Max Holloway, his level change going from the body to the top. It's nice. God, I can still hear Dan Hardy. Like I don't mind listening to Daniel Cormier. He's funny, but you know. So as this fight plays out, I mean, their stand up is nasty. You think it just comes down to preparation and cardio?
Absolutely. I mean, Max is throwing a lot of combinations. Calvin's just kind of throwing one punch at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely playing more of the feel out.
How long does it usually take to kind of find that distance and stuff, especially with stand up? Does it take a while? Does it take a round? Does it takes half a round? Or it just depends on the fighter and stuff?
Definitely depends on the fighter. It's like ring rust. Some fighters don't have ring rust.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they cannot fight for a year and come back like nothing ever even happened.
GSP.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus Christ.
There's some guys who, you know, they take a year off and they come back and they look horrible.
Yeah.
Because it's just that timing.
Max Holloway is putting some good combinations up. I mean,
Yeah.
he's finding the range.
Mixed.
Yeah. Nice. It looks like Holloway's kind of overwhelming him right now. Cater just looks kind of not shell shocked, but it's not, pulling the trigger.
For sure.
I like that body.
And Max is going body,
Yep.
head, body. He's mixing it up.
That shit is nice. Oh, he got popped right there, though.
Calvin's giving too much respect, I think, too.
You think it's also sometimes the UFC's fault for kind of hyping up a fighter too much? Look what happened with the Buckley guy. They hyped him up with the whole knockout and stuff. I mean, and then that puts a lot of pressure on the fighters as well,
Oh yeah, but again, it's about the money. You got to capitalize on those highlight reel knockouts and hype people up. And
You're right.
I mean, so if the guy loses, they still make their money. If the guy wins, they make even more money.
Max looked good. Max looked really good. He looked comfortable, and again, those combinations, his body to, switching levels and shit, look very nice.
It's overwhelming him, kind of like almost like a Diaz.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, just flurries.
Yeah, just flurries.
Constantly. And it's weird, like those punches from like Diaz and stuff. They don't look like they hurt. They just look like they're more of annoying punches, like someone just like, but they're effective.
Yeah, you can't get off.
No.
Eyebrow Max.
She said eyebrow Max is savage. I told you that. Max is looking good. Max is looking really good. But again, anything could happen, But it does look like Calvin. It's not ring rust, but it looks like it's hard for him to pull the trigger. I think again, like you said, the pressure and him getting overwhelmed by Holloway.
Big time.
I never liked, and I've talked to a lot of fighters about the whole point system, like the 10-9 rounds, and they don't agree. just because it's more for boxing than the MMA, but MMA doesn't have a solid. Damn. Yeah, every time Holloway comes in, it's flurries and stuff, and it's and like you said, Calvin's just kind of throwing a jab and then that's it, and then stepping away. Where Holloway's more committed to the punches and stuff and the combinations.
Big time.
Max is looking good. So if you're in Calvin's corner, where would your oh nice where would it come into play where you're like, all right, we kind of have to switch up the strategy because it's not working. You're getting picked apart from.
Well, at least it was only the first round. I probably wouldn't say anything until later on. You still have so much more time, you know.
So just not yet to jump the gun.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump the gun yet. I can guarantee you they probably game plan for a 5-round war.
Oh, I hope so because they're in a rude awakening. Because
Truth.
it's just, you know what happens, especially with these the featherweights, like they have, don't get me wrong, they have power, but for the most part, they're like little energizing bunnies, bro. They just keep going and they beat the shit out of each other. And they just don't go down.
They sure do. They sure do. Yeah, 145 are explosive too.
Mm-hmm. And what is it? It's not that they don't have punching power, but they just take hits a little bit. They more. Or what? I just never understood that compared to, you get me, like a heavyweight and then light heavyweight, but then you get to these younger.
Oof, he's just
smaller.
overwhelming him, dude. Jesus.
Damn. That's beautiful too. Going head, then going to the body with the knee.
He's put on a clinic on him right now, unfortunately. Damn.
Yeah. Right now he's outboxing him.
Ooh, nice elbow. It's over.
Oh.
He's not making it out this round, I don't think. Oof.
Oof.
Damn.
It's overwhelming. Woo.
Damn.
It does look a little bit like a Nick Diaz fight. It's overwhelming, picking his spots. But I think the most that I see like of Nick Diaz is that Nick Diaz would go to that body. You know, he loved, doing the uppercuts and just going straight to the body.
It's true.
But
oh my God,
Jesus Christ, it's crazy to think Max gets better as the rounds progress. Yeah, he just gets looser. He does. I think that's like probably the worst type of fighter. Like,
damn, it's a beast.
Yeah. Saved by the Bell. That's what that's called. He's getting destroyed, man.
Because Calvin's like he's a dude that's not gonna get knocked out. It'll get stopped. Like Tony Ferguson,
Yep. They'll just keep coming. They're like Terminators, bro. But damn.
Crazy. I don't know.
Now, what would define a 10-8 round? Would that be considered a 10-8 round? I mean, he was throwing back as well, but it's just combination wise and just aggressiveness and just the cage control. You got to give it to Max.
Man,
That's like an elbow.
that was definitely a dominating round.
Yeah. And the way that he rocked him at the very end.
He didn't get dropped, so
I'm telling you, people, this actually might not go all the way. I could see like you said, like a late stoppage, maybe like the fourth. Hey, you Pamela, you want to see some spinning? There he is. The spinning backflip. Just wanted to see. So in this case, if you're Calvin and you're in Calvin's corner, you still telling them to stay standing, or when do you pull the plug and try to switch it up? Because
I would want him to take him down.
yeah,
I mean, Calvin's got good wrestling. Oh, what's up?
so pairing up a new one. Yep, Max, babe. Yeah, starts to look like Max versus Ortega. Oh, you got to be careful with that one. Oof. I mean, like you said, it was either Max was going to come out and make him look like an amateur, which right now it shows.
Big time, without a doubt. Yeah, they're not in the same class.
Nope, absolutely not. Oh, by the way, the game for the Packers is 16-3. It's about to be halftime.
Who's Packers winning?
Yep. And then tonight is the Ravens versus Bills. Should be a good match. I don't think I don't think Calvin wants anything anymore.
I don't think so. I think you're right when you're talking about the hype aspect. Like, this is a prime example of like Calvin is really good, but he's not ready. He needed one or two more fights before he fought someone like Max.
Well, I forgot who I was talking to when I was trying to maybe like explain that the UFC kind of hypes people up too quickly. Like they give them like one or two fights and then all of a sudden, bam. And then they put them in like with a number one contender or something like that. Instead of like almost like boxing. You know how boxing takes a while to hype up a fighter? They give them a bunch of fights before they give them that big one. I feel like the UFC needs to start doing that with especially some of the talents like Calvin. You got to give Calvin a couple more fights to fight Max Holloway just like that.
True.
I think maybe like 2 or maybe even 3 fights and then put them in, but not. Again, this is what happens when you get them. You get them just like that, where he just comes in and then he looks like a fool. Then they kind of go away from the UFC because no one wants it after the basically the hype train is done. Same thing with the Buckley guy. But like you said, you kind of have to make.
Truth.
I understand with the KO thing, with being the KO of the year, you kind of want to sell that, So I understand that part. Max Holloway is just running away with this.
Yeah, he is.
So Cater's still rocking Max here and there. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He has a couple, good punches, but Max Holloway could take a punch. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, you're not finishing Max on one
Yeah.
punch away.
And look, he's just getting. No, there's no way. It says body head. Calvin playing possum.
Dang.
Tough out. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a couple good shots that Calvin, as you see, but that barrage and those combinations, damn, what the hell's happening? I might have to close my garage door. Yeah. Again, like whoever said in the chat room, I mean, Max just gets better as the fight goes on. So now he's finding
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna close my garage. Damn, I don't know what the hell they're doing next door.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, round 4. Says Max is such a jump in competition. It really is. It's kind of not fair sometimes.
Huge jump.
Because again, like you said, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's not a scrub, but at the same time, you put him with this competition, this type of fighter, it makes him look bad. And it also shows where Max is at.
True. True.
Shit.
Yeah, Max obviously is going to get his title shot back
Yeah, he should definitely.
after this fight.
100%.
He's definitely playing for the belt next fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think the UFC knew that. They probably wanted to give Max this tune-up fight.
Do you think so? I think they should.
Yeah.
Since the fight was so close, sometimes they'll do that where it's automatically there'll be a rematch. I felt like that deserved a rematch. You get me? Because it was such a close fight, but apparently the UFC had other plans again, or maybe they thought they could make a little bit more money with this guy coming up, but. Who's fighting back? Cater? Well, yeah, I hope he's fighting back. He's getting punched in the face. I hope he's fighting back because shit, he's in a fight.
Right?
So, yeah, he just. You think this might be the best fight of the year? I don't know about the best fight of the year. The year just started. I mean, maybe as of right now, I guess, yeah, you can say that, but I don't know. There's still a lot left on 2021. Look at that body shot and those elbows. He's getting overwhelmed. No.
Herb's going to stop it. He
This might
has
be
to.
a
Look at
fourth
his
round.
legs. Oh, oof, oof, oof.
I mean, at this point, this guy's just throwing. Herb he's getting close. He's telling him to fight back. He's trying.
Dude.
Overwhelmed.
Calvin is tough.
He's
just throwing haymakers.
Holloway got to be careful though. He's throwing. He's coming off the fence, swing again. That's the most dangerous. Whoa!
without a doubt.
What the fuck?
Oh, that right elbow he's throwing is
It's sneaking in too, and it's breaking his guard. He puts it up, and it's still that shit comes right through. God. Woo!
that's
Oh,
Boston Strong right there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
damn. God,
I can't believe
he's still
he hasn't
standing.
been finished.
Yeah, like you said, man.
You gotta
These
have
guys,
you gotta be wired. You gotta be wired a certain way to be able to take that punishment and keep walking.
yeah. Jeez.
That shit ain't normal.
Wonder if it was any other fight, any other referee, if he would have stepped in. Herb kind of.
Damn. Tell you what, man, Max Holloway also has a real good gas tank to throw that many punches.
And be chilling still. Because I got tired just watching him
Yeah.
do that. Whew.
It's 4 rounds of just nonstop.
Wow. I thought that was close to being done in the 4th round. That should have. Look at him go.
It feels like that in the second and third round too.
I want to see how many punches were thrown.
Jesus.
Whew. Wow.
Like Calvin's the kind of dude Calvin's the kind of guy who's built for bare knuckle.
You can tell. He'll be at it in a couple years. Once he's done with the UFC.
What you saying? He's only got a couple years left.
I don't know if he half of his fights are like that, then hell yeah, there's not that much. Again, there's only so much that the body can take, right? And if you're in wars like this,
True.
shit. I mean, he's a tough son of a bitch. I give him that. He's been cracked with so many elbows.
Oof. My God.
Yet, damn, Cater is
Yeah,
tough
he
as
is.
fuck. Calvin shows Boston heart. Yeah, they don't go down. These damn Boston people, man. They're Boston strong. Let's see. Last round. So if you're right now, Calvin, what do you do? You're swinging for the fences?
Fences, hooks, overhand rights.
Right. I mean, there's not much. You're
Like
not gonna
that, yeah.
you're not gonna take them down unless you submit them. But as of right now, jeez, I would consider that last round was a 10-8. It had to be a 10-8.
For sure.
So well, he lasted longer than Ortega.
Told you, man. Five rounds of boxing.
Yeah, you were on the money on this one. Except you picked the Boston guy. You should have picked the other guy.
I did. I know.
Well, hey, man.
My level of respect for Max just went even more through the roof. He's a beast, man.
That's true. I mean, the thing that Calvin probably takes from this match is experience and respect for everyone in the US. Like you got to give this. Look at this kid. This kid's getting his ass kicked, and he's still coming through. But Jesus, oh,
Okay, the guys that take this much punishment, these are the guys that have CTE one day.
Yep.
It's crazy.
You heard about the Spencer Fisher?
No,
About his story?
I know who it is, but yeah.
Yeah, Spencer Fisher came out saying that he had it, that he was I forgot what the whole story was about. I think UFC said they basically dropped him. Like I know he was going through some trouble and stuff, and he came out. Look, Dana White, Spencer Fisher is not the first, and he's definitely not going to be the last to deal with brain trauma. He says he can't, remember a lot of stuff. He's dealing with severe brain trauma right now. And Spencer Fisher has been going. He went through some wars, So,
He did.
but all you can do is keep your fucking hands up. Pretty much. I mean,
Oh man, he's feeling it. Don't get dropped.
look at him go. I love when he gets hyped like that, but be careful. Max Holloway is a beast, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's such a stud. God, Dan Hardy's voice.
What you saying? I want my belt.
He said something like that. He pointed. I think he heard the Dan Hardy and the commentators talking. Oh, he's still talking to him. Yo, he's hyped up.
He is. He wants his belt back.
I think I agree. It was a really great fights especially for the first time on ABC. I think it was a good step. Wow. So we got that. Whew. There we go. Max Holloway. Yeah. Max Holloway is the real deal. He's nasty.
Dude, he's a beast.
His cardio is I think the most impressive.
We talking shit to Cormier. What did Cormier say about him?
It was Cormier, or was it? Well, they got.
He was pointing at Cormier to the left.
He is. Well, they said it. Kind of the worst thing about the no audience is that you could hear everyone, especially the commentators, talking and stuff like that. So they probably said something that he didn't like or something. I don't know. I wasn't listening to that. But that's crazy. He said fight of the year. I guess for now it's the year just started, but yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe performance of the year for sure.
Definitely that will be performance of the night. They'll get a bonus and stuff like that. But that was again Max Holloway, cardio, stand up combinations. It was just all nasty.
Yep.
He showed up, and again that gas tank is scary. Once he starts getting going, man.
All those punches, shit.
Yeah. I want to know how many, the total and stuff. Let's see.
Wow. It was a bunch of 8 rounds.
So, yeah.
Is that 8, 10, 8 rounds?
Yeah, so he had 3, 10, 8 rounds. So they complete domination. So is it like in UFC? Do they do the same thing where? What- He's always looking to fight. I love it.
Yeah, he's a true fighter.
You're like you said, there's some that are like mixed martial artists, and then there's some that are just fighters, and he's a fighter. It's your boy.
Yep. Damn, his nose was like it's almost broken.
I mean, he came in. So, what'd you guys think of the fight, guys? Says, wow, best is blessed. Great show, guys. It was a 5 round with the A Spark and Max is a monster. Well, fight of the year. Survived the fight. I mean, it was gonna go. It was gonna go the distance. I had a feeling, just because again,
Yeah.
just the fighters and stuff like that. But Max is a beast.
Yeah, they don't neither of them get finished. Yeah, he is. Big time. Looking crazy.
But that was crazy, man. It was good stuff. Again, talk to these people for a little bit, and again, if you want to stay on, man, you're more than likely. I mean, it's whatever you want, man. I know that you got stuff to do and stuff like that.
You know what's so crazy? Like the last 2 rounds, I'm like fidgety because my computer now is on literally 1%. Had to plug my phone into the computer. My phone is on 3%. My earbuds died in the second round. I had to plug them in. I'm like everything died. Like at the very end.
No, man. Again, I appreciate you coming on. I hope you had fun. It was a good time. Again, it was kind of last minute for being late and shit, but not you, but me, because I was supposed to start it at 3. But again, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, we'll do it again for sure.
Exactly, man. We'll keep in obviously contact again. Everyone got Mr. Steve Hulk Smash. Again, I appreciate you coming on, talking some fights, and hopefully you had a good time. I had a blast. I had a really good time, man. And
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'll give you a text in a little bit.
All right.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your day, brother.
All right, man. All right. Later.
So, guys, what'd you think? Woo! I'm not done. I want to talk about some fights. I want to talk some fights. If you guys want to stay in, invite some people. We're 2 hours in. Who gives a shit? Oh, I have 24%. I need to charge my I gotta charge my computer, but whatever. So, what'd you guys think of the fights? I was pretty good. I won't lie. I did pretty good. I guessed all of them right for the main event, co-main event. I said they would go to decisions, and I picked the winner. I should start betting. I think I should definitely start betting. But again, thank you guys so much. Whoever was here, I had a blast. Had my buddy Steve on. If you guys don't know who Steve is, he used to fight. He did MMA for a little bit. His Instagram is Hulk Smash. That was his nickname. So go watch some of his fights and stuff like that. But I do appreciate you guys sticking by me. Let me see. I do appreciate it. Remember, it's always good to talk some fights, and to hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. I will get better at this live thing, especially when the fights are going on. It's my first time doing it, so bear with me. But I do appreciate everyone, all 2 people that are watching. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And again, if you haven't checked out the Cage Talk with Bert Watson, maybe it was the eyebrows. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was the eyebrows. Again, if you haven't checked out the Cage Talk Bert Watson, my next, what's today? Saturday? The next guest I will have, I'll probably post it tomorrow, as you guys will see. And then obviously Thursday, catch Cage Talk every Thursday with a fighter. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Again, sorry for being late. Again, it wasn't my fault. Well, it was kind of, but again, hope you guys had a good time, and catch you guys later on. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.